Bitcoin was at $60,000 a few weeks ago, and now it's over $90,000, and the crypto bull market is well underway, all because of the Trump pump. If you want to understand why this has happened and how you can make money off of it yourself, then stick around, and in the next few minutes, I'll explain the three main reasons why Trump's re-election has kicked off the bull market. First of all, Trump got re-elected on November 6th, and we've seen prices of cryptos shoot up all around the board. We've seen over 30% gains on many coins. Dogecoin's gone up like over 3x, 250%. It's been pretty crazy. And what's fascinating is that the mainstream isn't even here yet. We're still just at the start of this run, and you can tell from graphs like this, where back in 2021, when we were in the last all-time high and the last height of the last bull run, there were a lot more searches for the word crypto in Google and the word Bitcoin, right? So this is just we've just started this new run, right? If you've followed any of my content, you can see my post on 4-year cycles. I'll explain a little bit more about this and how these cycles generally work. But like I say, we're just entering the euphoria stage, the mania stage of the bull market, right? So it's pretty clear we're entering that stage as everything's been pumping up. But why has Trump been the catalyst the market needed? Well, I'm about to explain the three main reasons, right? But if you want to set up your first crypto wallet and get involved and make sure that you don't miss out on this in the start of this phase of mania in the market, then click the link below and you'll be led into a course that will teach you how to set up your wallet, and there's over $1,900 worth of valuable content in there. Right, so let's get started with the first reason. Well, Trump himself, right? There's, I don't want to get into politics and say whether Trump is good or bad for, the world. That's not the point of this video. The point is just to explain his impact in crypto. And there's no doubt that Trump is very pro Bitcoin. In comparison to Kamala and the Biden administration before, they barely, they were very difficult with crypto. They didn't really facilitate its growth. And Trump's been kind of the opposite. Earlier this year, he went to the Bitcoin 2020 official event and had a keynote there, which was very well received by Bitcoiners. He spoke exactly to what Bitcoiners care about, like improving the regulatory environment for Bitcoin. He made it clear that he's going to remove Gary Gensler, the chair of the SEC. Under Gary, the SEC has sued as many crypto companies as you can imagine. And what's actually quite impressive is that even with Gary as the head of the SEC, crypto's grown massively, right? So imagine without him. Another point that's crucial to Trump himself is that he's led his own crypto projects. He has a NFT project themed all around him that's done over $50 million worth of trading volume. So a lot of people buying and selling NFTs themed around Donald Trump. And he's endorsed a DeFi project, which actually hasn't done that well, called World Liberty Finance. But that's less important. The important thing is that we now have a sitting president, well, he's soon to come, who's been the public face of NFT and DeFi projects. So he's been public face for crypto projects, right? And so that's pretty significant. Number two is his team. Trump's team is also very pro-crypto, right? So his vice president, Vance, he's openly said he owns Bitcoin. No doubt he owns more now. The new health minister, RFK, was also at the Bitcoin conference together with Trump, and he himself has been a very big advocate for Bitcoin. We have Vivek, who is going to be working with Elon Musk, the wealthiest man in the world, in the Department of Government Efficiency, which stands for Doge, which is actually the name of one of the most famous cryptocurrencies in the world, Dogecoin. And as soon as that got announced, and as soon as it became clear that Musk is going to play an important part in Trump's government, there's been a huge growth in the price of Doge itself. It's gone up over 260% in the last month. So that's a pretty significant thing. The fact that one of the crucial departments in the new administration is named after a cryptocurrency, right? I mean, even Musk's Tesla itself is a significant holder of Bitcoin, right? So we've got a lot of people in Trump's team who are very pro-crypto in significant ways, right? I mean, Vivek's even been to the Bitcoin conference as well, like last year. So yeah, and number three, the Congress in the US is now also very big on crypto, right? So there was a campaign called Stand with Crypto, and they campaigned strongly to get pro-crypto candidates in the Congress and in the House of Representatives and the Senate, and we've seen that the results have shown very pro-crypto stance. 272, as you can see here, pro-crypto candidates versus 122 in the House and 19 versus 12 in the Senate. Senator Loomis from Wyoming has gone as far as saying that the US should build a strategic Bitcoin reserve, which is pretty significant. Just like the US has a gold reserve, they would begin to have a Bitcoin reserve. They are already the largest holder of Bitcoin as a country in the world. They hold 200,000 Bitcoin, which is almost 1% of the total 21 million that they'll ever be. China's hot on the heels. All these Bitcoin though have been gotten through seizures from other organizations in the past who were using Bitcoin, and they were using dollars, they were using Bitcoin, they were using whatever. The government took that and they've kept that Bitcoin, right? But now it would be the suggestion from Senator Loomis is to buy 200,000 Bitcoin over the next 5 years, so that they have a reserve of over 1 million Bitcoin, which would be roughly 5% of all the Bitcoin that'll ever be created, right? So that's pretty significant. So yeah, I mean, when you have Trump himself as a pro-Bitcoiner, you have the team around him, a lot of the significant figures around him, and you have Congress all being pro-Bitcoin and crypto, it's no doubt that there's, it makes sense that there's been this catalyst and the market's really kicked off. Nonetheless, it's important to note that, Bitcoin is apolitical. It doesn't really care, right? Trump being pro-Bitcoin and pro-crypto just helps push things faster forward. It doesn't change the fundamentals of Bitcoin and crypto in general. And historically, it doesn't matter which party or president has come into power. The US elections have always kind of marked a local low, and the price has never gone below that, right? So the fact that we do have now, the US is going to have an administration that is super pro crypto and Bitcoin is really significant, but you don't need, Bitcoin doesn't need that to grow, right? It goes beyond that. It's the fundamentals that make it grow, make the space grow, right? So yeah, I hope that you've learned something there. And like I say, if you want to start your first crypto wallet, then click on the link below and get started now.